Hello, I'm Kenneth Smith. I'm the inventor of the Power Saver 2401 and the 2401M Energy Saver units. They're power capacitors that correct the power factor on your electric service and make your motors run more efficient. When you get your units, they will be packed like this. They're with headers on them, and they've got the seal tight, all pre-wired. All we have to do is mount the unit and install a 30 amp breaker in the panel, and we'll take some amp readings and such afterwards, and we'll show you what it does. Thank you. Okay, we have mounted the unit on the pole right here by the main breaker panel for this residence. You can see the brackets that are affixed to the back of the unit. You can adjust them so that way you can bring them in if you got a narrow spot to mount, or if you mount them on a wall, just bring them straight out and they'll be coming straight up. And that securely mounts the box. On this type of seal tight, the type of fittings that we have here are quick connect fittings. So you figure your length for what you need your seal tight for, slide your seal tight up over the ends of your wires, and then when you slide this up in here, you just push it up in and it locks it, it seals it. And that's how you make the connection on one of these seal tight units. Okay, a while ago we installed the box and we installed this part of the seal tight. On this particular box there was already a 7/8 hole, which is called a knockout, to install this 90-degree fitting into. On this one we did not have to drill a hole. In some panels you may have to drill a 7/8 hole to install this 90 into. We also drooped this seal tight down just a little bit, so any rain that would accumulate on it would have a tendency to want to drip off and not run into the panel. But we run our wires through, then we installed our 90, put the nut on the inside, held it secure. Then we run our wires in. We installed our 30 amp double pole breaker. We connected our red and black wires to the double pole breaker. Be very careful in a panel like this because both of these are hot. That's a 110 volt side, that's a 110 volt side. This is the main 200 amp breaker that's feeding this whole farm here. We also talk about in the panels that some panels have the neutral and ground wires separate. Well, in this particular panel, since this is the main panel, the neutral and ground is the same bus bar. So we twisted our ground wire and our neutral together and fastened it underneath the screw on this bar. Okay, right now the unit is installed and they don't have a lot of power running, but right now we're drawing between 9 and 10 amps. I'm going to turn the breaker on and you'll see what it does. There's what we did when we turned the breaker on. We dropped it from 10 amps to 7.4. That's how much the Power Saver will save on just probably one appliance running in this house right now. Okay, this is with the Power Saver on. You see we have a 1.0 power factor. That is perfect for this house at this amp draw. And it's as you can see, we have dropped the kilowatt load down by turning the Power Saver on, and we also have brought the power factor up to a 1.0 again. That's basically perfect. Now, as motors and such would start and stop, if there was no motors on this house running, no refrigerators, no furnace, no anything, the power factor would probably drop down to a, anywhere from a 76 to a 50 because you're not drawing power. But then as the motors and such kick back on, then you see the power factor come back up to the 1 where we want it, which is basically perfect.